Good evening and welcome to Younib TV News at 9. I'm Cliffe Omondi. I'll be bringing you the latest on the 9th Devolution Conference that has just been launched by President William Ruto in Omondi County. We will also be looking on the leadership wrangles that has been witnessed within the DAPK party. But before that, let's take a look at the stories making headlines.
Under the Division of Revenue Act 2025, we have allocated an unprecedented Kenya shillings 415 billion to counties, nearly 30 billion more than last year's allocation.
They have got a mandate to listen to both the petitioners and the respondents and take their views in a fair hearing and come up with a recommendation. Those recommendations should be forwarded to the National Executive Council.
Shida moja kubwa sana vijana wanalia ni kwamba wao hawasikizwi. Na sisi pamoja na wafanyikazi wa umma wenzetu katika Kajiado North Sub County, wote kutoka serikali kuu na kutoka serikali ya county, tumeamua na tumejitolea kwamba sisi tutakuwa sikio.
Right, welcome. You are watching Younib TV News at 9. The Devolution Conference 2025 was officially opened today by President William Ruto. The conference, which is being hosted by Omondi County, brought together leaders from different counties. President Ruto, in his speech, stated that despite operating within a tough fiscal space, the government has cleared all balances owed to counties in the just ended financial year. He asserted that this would enable counties to deliver and transform people's lives.
Under the Division of Revenue Act 2025, we have allocated an unprecedented Kenya shillings 415 billion to counties, nearly 30 billion more than last year's allocation. The County Allocation of Revenue Act 2025 distributes this equitable share among the 47 counties in strict adherence to the revenue sharing formula set out in Article 217 of our Constitution. And again, today marks a turning point. We are using a new revenue sharing formula, again marking another historic step. This is the first allocation, as I have said, to apply the fourth determination of the basis for division of revenue approved by Parliament this year. This is not just more money. It is a stronger foundation for counties to deliver, develop, and transform people's lives. Ladies and gentlemen, despite operating within a tight fiscal space, the government has honored its commitment to timely disbursements, clearing all balances owed to counties for the just ended financial year. This ensures that counties have the fiscal capacity, institutional infrastructure, and human resources necessary to deliver on their expanded mandates effectively. Again, to report that yesterday, the 12th, the National Treasury released resources for July this year as part of the commitment that we had made to our counties.
And still on that, Homa Bay County Governor Honorable Gladys Wanga has today reaffirmed that the county has implemented devolution, revitalizing and positioning it as a hub for businesses and investments with ambition to achieve city status in the next decade. Wanga was speaking during the opening of the devolution conference in the county. Her statements were reiterated by Senator Moses Kajwang, who said that Homa Bay is a land of endless potential.
In implementing devolution, we have revitalized Homa Bay, positioning it as a hub for business and investment with ambition to achieve city status in the next decade. Our lakefront development, including upgrading of the Homa Bay Pier, supported by the national government, is drawing visitors to the Bay of Endless Potential. We have strategically relocated our new county headquarters to Arujo, Your Excellency, which you opened this morning. The county headquarters is a project we have in partnership with the County Pensions Fund. Based on Article
3 years ago, you would never have imagined that Homa Bay could host a devolution conference. Indeed, it's almost exactly 3 years ago since Gladys Wanga was elected the governor. And when we sat in that hall waiting for the results to come, we said, by the way, one day we could host a devolution conference. And I thought it would happen in her 2-term, not in her 1-term. And it has come sooner, earlier than we expected. County is truly the county of endless potential. And it is not just our human resource. You have seen our natural resources, the beauty of our land, how productive it is. I know the land brokers in the room are seeing the potential. My friend, the chair of this committee organizing the conference, Governor Kahiga, has promised that he's coming back with land brokers from Nyeri to split the land into small 50 by 100 and then to sell.
All right, now switching gears into politics. In an effort to end the ongoing crisis, the DAPK party has decided to form a special committee to address the grievances that have arisen about the party's leadership. DAPK now claims that there is a plan by President William Ruto to interfere and disrupt the party. Under the leadership of its leader, Eugene Wamalwa, the party accuses Ruto of undermining democracy in the country by targeting parties that could pose a political threat to his prospects of seeing a second term as president.
They've got a mandate to listen to both the petitioners and the respondents and take their views in a fair hearing and come up with a recommendation. Those recommendations should be forwarded to the National Executive Council within the next 30 days.
Nataka niseme kwa Bwana William Ruto, if you think you are going to infiltrate this party the way you did the Jubilee Party of Uhuru Kenyatta, we want to tell you that we have our eyes open. We will not allow you to kill democratic parties such as ours or to undermine multi-party democracy.
Our country has suffered because of a lack of accountable leadership within the higher echelons of government. Nataka uongozi wetu, transparency, democracy, and integrity inaanzia the highest level of government. So today we are speaking as NEC, the highest decision-making body of this party.
Away from that, Interior Cabinet Secretary Kipchumba Murkomen has said that the government will make a decision on whether the bodies of the victims of the cult that were exhumed in the Shakahola area will be identified due to the stalled DNA testing. Speaking in Nakuru, Murkomen said that the families have not come forward to collect the remaining bodies and that the exercise to identify the bodies has stalled.
See, these people are not from Cliffe. They were from all over the country, Baringo, Vika walikuwa wengi, Siaya, Kisumu, all those places. Now, relatives in that place do not know that the person they lost actually went to Shakahola and they died there. So they are not even presenting themselves for DNA test. So the testing and concluding the matters has been complex, but we are about to make a decision as government to see if we can inter the remaining parts or bodies because of lack of any further people have come out for DNA, and maybe just create a memorial center within the Shakahola itself.
All right, we are now taking a short break right here on Younib TV live at 9. Stay tuned for more stories.
Ever the best. Hallelujah.
Welcome back. You're watching Younib TV live at 9. Now, patients in Machakos County public hospitals are struggling as medical services are disrupted following the ongoing strike by health workers. The strike has entered the 6th day with beds in Machakos Level 5 and Kagundo Level 5 hospitals left without patients who are struggling for lack of health services. Nurses in Machakos County are now calling on the county to implement their agreement before they return to work.
Kwa siku kama 3 zimepita, tumekuwa hapa na tunajaribu kusaidiana tu na mama yetu. Sisi hatuna msaada na tumeambiwa sasa tuweze kumpeleka hospitali. Tumejaribu kwenda hizi hospitali za private na tumeshindwa kutoka kwa sababu hatuna uwezo.
Niko hapa kwa ajili ya kijana wangu. Alishomeka, so alikuwa anapata treatment hapa, na from last week anjapata matibabu, aoshwi, ako tu hapa na amedischargiwa. So sijui nifanye nini.
Sisi tunaumia hapa. Sisi makosa yetu sisi unadischargiwa, uweze tembea na unaambiwa uende nyumbani. Sasa nashindwa tutafanyaje?
Terrible cases. Strokes, people in oxygen, people with broken, legs. And they've all been discharged to go home. And so I'm saying that those patients should not be discharged. Governor should find a quick solution to the issues that are.
And now, away from that, security officers from various units have held a meeting with religious leaders with the aim of setting strategies to ensure that peace is maintained in the Kajiado County. At the meeting, it was noted that the biggest problem facing the youth in Kajiado County is that their demands are not being listened to, which is a major contributor to misunderstandings between the youth and the leaders. Religious leaders have now called on the youth to preach peace and harmony to prevent clashes.
Around here, we're looking at man a father figure. Kwa sababu tutaweka pale alafu tutapiga picha, tunataka kupiga picha tutaanza pale kwa mabati.
Shida moja kubwa sana vijana wanalia ni kwamba wao hawasikizwi. Na sisi pamoja na wafanyikazi wa umma wenzetu katika Kajiado North Sub County, wote kutoka serikali kuu na kutoka serikali ya county, tumeamua na tumejitolea kwamba sisi tutakuwa sikio la kusikiza vijana na kusikiza wale wote ambao wako na jambo la kusema.
And we are ready to go round and have convene meetings for dialogue between the government, between our youths, between our parents, and between even our professionals, everybody included. We want everybody to come on board. And we are ready to do that work of convening all stakeholders, all the organizations that are working for peace in our country, Kenya, that we can gather together and deal with the matters national healing, peace and reconciliation in our country, Kenya.
Kwa kweli, vijana sisi wenyewe tumetaka
wazazi watusikize, tumetaka watu wa dini watusikize, tumetaka serikali tusikize. Lakini mostly inafika mahali inakuwa ni kama sisi wenyewe hatuna kitu ya kuambia. Kama hatuna kitu ya kuambia na tunaambiwa sisi ndio kesho na kesho tunaona ishafika, basi tutasema lini?
I think that it's a good opportunity now to work with the government in a recognizable manner to call a spade for a spade. If there's any allegation that you have as a government official, please give us the truth, because we just want the truth.
And still on matters youth, in order to present them at the COP 2030 summit, which will take place in Brazil in November, young people have now started the process of gathering 50 million signatures throughout Africa. They claim that this is being done to improve the standing of the younger members of the main decision-making table while climate change conferences are being planned.
Young people, they are the center of the effect na mambo na climate change. Like issue na food security, their business are affected, their jobs they are affected, and also in terms of advocacy and their right to engage in governance and social accountability as citizens, they are not really involved. For example, we have the Flocker Fund, which is implemented at the county, but they are not benefiting from that Flocker Fund, where they have their own youth-led initiatives to tackle climate justice. So, and also when you look at climate financing, it's so big, there's a lot there, but young people, they are not in these discussion tables. Young people, there's no specific funding set for them. So we are supporting our young people who are here, who are collecting signatures, because they are supporting agroecology, and number two, they are supporting the farmers, they are supporting those who are really affected by climate change. They are the voice of the young people. So collecting signatures to be able to raise the 50 million or 50 million to be allocated to them, it will mean
Tuko na has a product that specifically targets them, a product that we call Talanta Loan, na hii Talanta Loan tunawapatia wakiwa kwenye kikundi ama pia wakiwa kwenye binafsi tunawapatia pia.
You know, the caravan is heading to Belém in Brazil for COP30, so we'll be giving out the petition from the youth from everywhere in Africa to demand for just transition.
Right, and that wraps up News at 9 here on Younib TV. Thank you for spending your evening with us as we explored the stories shaping our nation and beyond. Remember, at Younib TV, we believe in the power of young voices to drive change and tell the stories that matter. Don't forget to follow us on our social media platforms for breaking news, updates, and other programs and shows. I'm Cliffe Omondi, and from all of us here at Younib TV, stay informed, stay inspired, and keep being the change you want to see. Have a wonderful evening. Goodbye.